So we're here at Horning State Farm Demonstration Forest. This was donated to the university back in the 50s and was a tree testing facility for a number of years. Now the Nebraska Forest Service we've been turning it into a forestry demonstration center. It's also the home of our hybrid hazelnut testing plots, where we screen hybrid hazelnuts for disease resistance, nut characteristics, and yield. So in 2009, the Nebraska Forest Service, along with Rutgers, Oregon State University, and the National Arbor Day Foundation, got together and started the Hybrid Hazelnut Consortium. The goal of the consortium is to develop disease-resistant, high-quality hazelnut cultivars for production in the Midwest and Great Plains and eastern half of the United States, basically. So hazelnuts are a low-input, high-value crop for which the global demand is much higher than current production availability. They have good flavor. They're used in a lot of different foods. Think Nutella and Ferrero Rocher. It also makes a good cooking oil. The oil characteristics of hazelnut oil is very similar to olive oil. So we really think that hazelnuts could be a third crop for the Midwest and Great Plains. We've just got to get some good plants available for people to use. So currently we grow these plants in rows that are spaced 15 feet apart. We start the plants at a 3-foot spacing for our screening, but if you're going to grow these in an orchard, you would want to be spacing them 10 to 12 feet. We have to use drip irrigation for the first 2 years to get the plants established. They need about 1 inch of water per week. After that, they don't need any water. So they're pretty drought resistant. Weed control is an issue. During establishment, you want to keep your rows clean of weeds. Hazelnuts do require some certain soil characteristics. They don't want to be in real heavy wet soils, but they do tolerate some pretty varied conditions otherwise than that. If you're going to be planting these in old pasture ground, you need to make sure that you kill the grass before you plant. We've found that brome grass is a tough competitor with hazelnuts during the establishment period. Typically hazelnuts are going to be better suited for people who have larger lots of land or acreages because of the spacing requirements. They do grow to be a large shrub to small tree, so that 10 to 12 foot spacing between plants and 15 feet between the rows is important. They also do need pollinators because they're not self-pollinating, so you need pollinizer plants. But you could grow them in a home where you want a nice hedge, a living hedge or screening kind of situation where you can get some nuts from your trees. An edible windbreak, for example, would be a type of thing. Rutgers and Oregon State have released or are going to be releasing some red colored varieties where they have red leaves, and actually the husks of the plants are red and stay red throughout the year. It's a really beautiful plant. So those will be coming along too.